Well, hello. My name is Mike, and I thought I'd take a shot at what I think might help this Painmaker NFT graphic novel idea. I'm not a writer or anything. I am a big wrestling fan, but I'm also in ministry, and so I tend to think creatively as much as I can. And listening to the story of the Painmaker on the podcast, I said to my wife as we were listening to it on the road, I said, this is great, but it's missing the why. The backstory. Why is the Painmaker the Painmaker? What happened in his origin that caused him to go down this road? People aren't really born that way. And in thinking about it, with the Painmaker character being rooted in wrestling, it should have some wrestling elements. And you also have, more specifically, Japanese wrestling. And so having its roots there, I think, is really important to keep. So I got to thinking about it, and I thought of what moment, kind of based, walking that line of reality and supernatural, what moment could drive a man to do this? And I immediately thought of Super Liger. And I thought of, imagine, pursuing your dream and getting to such a pinnacle moment only to have everything go wrong. And all you see are tens of thousands of people laughing at you. And that could drive a man to hate people and to want to eliminate the very people that caused him pain. And so that's where I thought the premise came from. And then I thought, well, how would he get to this mythological being? And my mind went to the four pillars of Japanese wrestling. And this thought of premise of not necessarily the exact men, but this premise of there being these four godly mythical creatures of Japanese wrestling that have bestowed their power upon everyone that follows in their shoes. And this Painmaker character wanting to get back at the very people that caused him pain, and his journey begins by seeking out these four pillars and pretending to befriend them and want to learn from them, but in reality wanting to actually take their powers and use their powers for his own vendetta. And that's where I kind of saw this going, and you could have this whole backstory of how the Painmaker, was a normal man pursuing his dreams, had this crisis moment, and something snapped, and he went undercover, if you will, under the tutelage of these four pillars, and he's just now stolen their very powers and left them in his wake, and that was what led to his killing spree. You then have to have another moment of where something happened, where he was maybe reaccepted. The Painmaker had a situation where one person, reaccepted them into their life, and that converted him. And now he's pursuing to make good, if you will, for what he's done, but he still has to deal with this pain and everything, which could culminate in a moment where he has to return these powers that he stole. So you have this crisis moment at the very end where does he give back and make good, or does he keep these, infinite powers from the four pillars? So that's where my mind went. It's just a thought. I hope that maybe you watch this video and maybe pull something from that. All right, take care.